Hello, good morning again. Welcome back to this second part of the morning for RenoZEB training. I hope everyone could stretch your legs and have a coffee. So now I give the floor to Annie Ferreiro from CYPE. Annie, please.
Hello, good morning to everybody. Sure. Can I go backwards?
You should be able to do that. Okay,
now the poll has started. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Annie Ferreiro. I'm an architect from Spain and I work in CYPE. CYPE is a software company that develops software for architects, engineers, and construction. And in this project, RenoZEB, the value that we add in this sense is that we will present you today software for BIM modeling, software for thermal calculations, also software for budget and construction management. Maybe you can answer this question. I see that everybody knows about BIM, is aware of BIM. It should be weird at this point that people have not heard this word. Maybe I can go to the next question. I don't know if somebody else wants to answer. But okay, today we will be talking, as I shared it, a little about BIM and a little about software tools that work with BIM and how we can embrace this renovation project through software tools, or how we can be helped by software tools in this renovation process. Maybe I go to the next question because I see that everybody knows. Larissa, I cannot change. Okay. Okay, this is the second question. One thing is we know BIM, but are you currently using BIM in your projects? For answer 50-50, we have. What is usual right now is that BIM now is an extended, I will say, idea, no? An idea that has come to architects and engineers. A lot of us know what it is. A lot of us has not tried yet to use BIM in the daily workflows, okay? So as here, okay, I think it's interesting. As you see, half and half, more or less, use BIM and the other half doesn't use BIM, but obviously is aware about what BIM is and what benefits can bring to the project development. Maybe we can change to the next question. No. And which tool do you use for BIM model in the case that do you use BIM? Okay, we see that Revit, as you all know, Revit is the more important tool that right now is working in BIM. Let's say that somehow they created the BIM, no? It's not that they created it, but they give the first tool that clearly gives new options for modeling and new options for architects to extract budgets, to extract plans, etc. Okay, so we have a lot of others. I would like to know, maybe you can write in the chat which tools are you using for BIM modeling or in BIM in general, because it will be interesting. But as you see, most of the people use Revit. Revit has done an education plan for everybody, like has put an education plan all over the world. So, okay, interesting. None of you know IFC Builder. That's one of the tools that I'm going to show today. This is a free tool, and I will show a little how it works today. AutoCAD. Okay, a lot of people use AutoCAD. Many other platforms were there before Revit, which just dominates the market due to AutoCAD size. Yes, I know. Obviously, we are a software company. We've been in the software world for architecture, engineering, then construction more than 35 years, and we have this huge competition that is Autodesk, and obviously Revit is the winning solution because Autodesk already had this AutoCAD solution long before, and a lot of people in the world were using it. We are fully aware of this, and today what I want to do is to present some tools that maybe are not that known outside Spain, France, Italy, and Latin America. That is our main market right now. But I think these tools could be useful for you and could be helpful in the renovation process. Okay, let's start the presentation. Oh, okay, thank you, Larissa. Okay, so as we participate in this project, CYPE, we are in charge of the software tools for renovation to provide an integrated software, no, that could help architects and engineers to be able to calculate, no, energy efficiency before and after renovation. Not only that to be able to create these BIM models, no, in an easy and free way also is important in this project. No, so during this project we did a series of tasks, starting with a design tool. It's called IFC Builder. I will show you later all these tools. Then we have created also a catalog of solutions that is integrated in our energy efficiency software CYPE term. We also created in this project a new software that is called OpenBIM RenoZEB Foki Facades. And what this software does is allows you to integrate the plug and play facades from RenoZEB project and Foki manufacturer in your BIM model. And finally, I will show you a management tool for the construction site, also to generate budgets and measurements. Okay, so this is the idea. We are the software providers of this project. The idea is that BIM could help you in the process of the renovation. This project that you see here is Durango project, is one of our demo projects, and I will do all the explanation, no, showing this example that is under development right now, under renovation. Okay. Can you put next slide? Okay, so in this image, what I wanted to show you, no, is that this process of renovation that we are following is reflected somehow in the software, no? Has a software solution for each one of this process. First of all, we focus specifically in this project in the data collection. The data collection by point clouds. Here you can see a point cloud generation of Durango. Okay, so first of all, the idea is to be able to include external data, point cloud data, but also, of course, other data as images or as WG from AutoCAD, etc. Okay, data collection. Then the software is going to help you with this data that you have collected. It can be the plans from AutoCAD, it can be a point cloud. You can combine both. For example, you can create this BIM model. The BIM model will be created. The tool that we are offering here in RenoZEB project is called IFC Builder. IFC Builder is a free tool that CYPE offers for all of these clients, and I will later on show you where to download it. okay? But it's a really, let's say, simple tool for 3D modeling. You don't have to expect a Revit here, but it's really useful if your objective is to make energy calculations, okay? After you have generated this BIM model, okay, the idea is that you can display the Foki facade or the plug and play facade that we develop in this project, and later Alessandro will explain it to you. It's really interesting. So the idea is you can, that in this software, you can display this facade, no? See an overview of the facade, give a first insight to the manufacturer, Foki, no? Of the idea of your facade. Also, this software, OpenBIM RenoZEB Foki facade, generates quantities and generates PDFs for information, etc. This software is also available for free, and you can try it. I will show you later where you can download it and try it. So we have gone to data collection, then we have modeled the building, then we have added the renovated facade that this project is providing, is a plug and play facade. And finally, what we can do with the software is to create these simulations. Okay, I'm gonna simulate my project before having this renovation, okay? And then I'm gonna simulate this project after having this simulation. So I can compare different options, no? Maybe it's not only the Foki facade option, but you can compare with other types of insulation that you already work with, okay? So in the results, you can make this comparison and see how this building is going to perform in the future, also obtaining some certifications, okay? So here in the energy simulation, we have the software CYPE. CYPE is a suite of softwares. Here we are using CYPE E+, that is the international software, and it works with Energy Plus simulation engine. This software is offered also by CYPE for free. Okay. Then in the last part of this task of the project, no, that was providing software, we have the on-site logistics. For that, we have this program called Archimedes and building control, and we have added some new features as QR codes to locate augmented reality and to locate the files of the building, to see errors, etc. Okay, so this is a little bit the process, no, of Durango building. This is a process that I think obviously will be done by architects, at least the BIM modeling, okay, and then the facade displaying. Maybe you can have someone outside doing the energy simulation, but at least these three phases, I think it will be done mainly by the architects. Okay, so just to recap, here we have the main software that today I'm going to introduce. The first one is IFC Builder, no, where we will create the BIM model. Also, as you all know, you can create the BIM models with Revit, with Archicad, with other softwares that are available. Then we will move to OpenBIM RenoZEB Foki facades to display the facade. Then from there, with my building and my facade, we will move to CYPE suite. Here we can calculate pre-renovation and post-renovation simulations and compare them with CYPE improvements. And finally, I will show you all this information in Archimedes. The budgets, the Gantt charts, this is what we can do in Archimedes, okay? Okay, so first of all, IFC Builder is the sync tool to create BIM models. As you know, which is the big revolution about BIM right now, no? Is that before we used to have a 3D model created by Rhino, AutoCAD 3D, SketchUp, among others. This 3D model didn't have the data included on it. No, the big revolutions, and for me, as I see it in the BIM, is to have these 3D models along with the data together. No, we can click any of these elements, if this was not an image, no, and see which data is included in that element. This is, for me, the big revolution about BIM that has allowed somehow to have the data and the model together, no? And it's important to know that now when we are 3D modeling, we are not 3D modeling anymore surfaces or vertex or planes. No, we are modeling walls, we are modeling windows, we are modeling specific objects for the architecture. No, the second important thing, as Asier said before in his presentation, is the IFC format. One thing that brings together BIM, no, somehow, is the adoption of the standard industry class foundation, which basically is a library for architecture, no, and this format has allowed, no, to exchange information among software developers. One of the things that were happening before BIM is that software was really close, no, in their own software environment. But now it seems that with BIM in this IFC format, we have finally entered a new world of collaboration, no? And this is the format that is allowing to do so. Okay. So in this IFC folder, we will build the BIM model, no? In IFC Builder, we will be able also to include this collected information, for example, for point clouds, DXF, etc. Okay, other formats, images, PNGs, etc. Okay, the idea is that this software first allows you to bring this information and then to create this model of walls, of windows, of slabs, no? That is BIM modeling right now. Next slide. Okay. As you see here, through this data point cloud that you have seen before, here we have created this BIM model, no? That will be after useful for CYPE term and for energy simulations, which is here somehow our objective, no, in this project, to create these energy simulations and to demonstrate that renovation of the buildings could be beneficial, no, for. So as I said before, in this modeler, you will be modeling, creating walls, slabs, doors, windows. It's a really simple program that works in 2D, and I will show you later on. First, IFC Builder, then OpenBIM RenoZEB Foci Facades, which this program does is to allow you to add a RenoZEB Foci solution, no? It allows you to include this type of units that are the predefined units that exist for the renovation facade. Opaque unit, window, solar collector, photovoltaic, corner unit. As you see, these facades will have, sorry, because this one I think is in Spanish, but this facade has all the information inside, no? Type of finishing, wood, height, length, thickness of the insulation, etc. Okay. Also, when you do this, or when you use these programs, you will obtain also a PDF with a list of description of all the panels that you can give to the manufacturer Foci, and also a quantity takeoff that we could later use in Archimedes, okay? And will allow you to do this budget that we were talking before. It will help you to give these measurements for the budget from the Foci facade. Also IFC Builder, I didn't mention, but also IFC Builder gives you the quantity takeoff that you could later on use in Archimedes. Okay. After that CYPE Term Plus here, you will develop energy simulation post and pre-renovation. Also in this project, we have included a catalog for construction components for renovation. So this software includes right now a high number of catalogs, including the RenoZEB one. And here you could find solutions for renovate, specifically created for renovation. Okay. And Archimedes. In Archimedes, this is actually an image not from Archimedes. This is from our mobile app, okay, where you can create these QR codes and position codes, but it's related somehow to Archimedes. And Archimedes, I will show you, but is a tool for budgets and quantities, to create Gantt charts, to manage the construction site, etc. Okay, to create the building of the site, etc. So just to finalize this presentation, and not just tell me more. Hey, okay, I'm gonna show you a little graph of the data workflow. What IFC Builder does and is to export data, no? That mainly its data is an IFC with all the information of the building, a GLTF format that this is a format for video games and allows you to visualize the model really easily and really low. So you can visualize the model, for example, in your mobile apps, okay? And it works well, okay? The BC3 format that is a standard used for exchanging quantities, okay? So you have the quantities here, and you will also have the double G plans. Not the, well, the ones imported if you have imported the plans, but also the program creates these double G plans from the 3D model, okay? OpenBeam RenoZEB Focus facades a little the same, the IFC, the GLTF, the BC3 for the quantities, and a PDF with all the information related to the panels and its installation. Okay, these two softwares will fit Archimedes, no? Where you will be able to do the budget, and we will be able to do Gantt charts for the control of the site. Then this also will fit CYPE term suite, okay? Mostly the IFC is the format file that will fit CYPE term suite, where you can here do the thermal calculations, and then of course you can export it and import it from the RenoZEB platform, okay? To be able to see those KPIs that Asier was talking before. Okay, so I have finished the presentation now, and I'm going. Can you give me? Oh no, I have already the. Larissa, can you? Yeah, I want to share my screen.
Okay, just one moment.
Okay. Please, if you have any questions during the presentations, let me know, and I will try to answer them. Okay.
Yes, we can keep the same format. You can put your questions in the chat box, and then at the end of the presentation, we answer them. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you now the software. These are these 5 software solutions. We have to think about these software solutions as small applications that are all connected to our CYPE server, okay? You, in this project, will have RenoZEB platform that will allow you to follow up the renovation, to visualize those KPIs to choose the better option. But also CYPE has a server, no, where it stores all the information from the different applications and is able to share information among these applications. Okay, we will start IFC Builder for the BIM model, Open BIM Foci for the facades, CYPE Charming Plus to calculate pre and post renovation. CYPE Charming Improvements is a little application to compare solutions. Okay, and here we will be using finally Archimedes. As I say, these first 4 are completely free. Archimedes is included in the CYPE package, and it's not available for free, actually. Okay. Okay, let's start. Well, first of all, I want to tell you that here we are in the RenoZEB webpage. If you go to training, tools, here you can download all the tools available in this project, IFC Builder. Also, you can access to training material, okay, on YouTube, on Udemy, CYPE Charming Plus, okay, improvements. If you click any of those, what it will take you to the web page of our server, no, it's called BIM Server Center, okay, and here we have a lot of different software. As you see, this is available for free, so you can download it and try it. Just to tell you, here in the store of BIM Server Center, we have more than 137 programs from different features, manufacturers, structural analysis, bills of quantities, electrical system. A lot of them, I think almost 33 are for free. So I will encourage you to go here and see other programs, because this thermal phase is just one of the phases that we can go through. Here, as you see, if you go to thermal analysis, here you have all the CYPE term solutions, okay? CYPE term HE Plus, that is that one, okay, this one. This is the international solution of CYPE, okay? But we have then specific solutions for Spain, here, France, what else? Italy, Portugal, okay? We have a CYPE term adopted to this course, so you can obtain the certificate, no, the energy certificate of each of these countries. That is also interesting. Okay, this was the how to download. You just click here, no, for example, Spain, and then you can download. You will have to do a user, but that is also free. So just for you to try it, I will encourage you to do so. Okay, so first of all, we will start with IFC Builder. As I said, IFC Builder is the modeler that CYPE is providing in this project. And actually, it's a really simple modeler. If you are used to AutoCAD, it's far more simple than Revit. And I think it's a good first step to change from AutoCAD or 2D plans to 3D modeling. Why? Because programs are Revit, ArchiCAD, Allplan are programs that are quite complicated right now to use. So it's not that you open the program and you will be able to draw something very easily. No, you need some training. So I will encourage you to use the software, because even though it's more simple, it's a first step to understand the difference between CAD modeling and BIM modeling. And this software still works in 2D and then generates a 3D view, a 3D model. It generates a 3D model, but it's working in 2D. Okay, there you see, I'm gonna shut down the point cloud. Okay, it generates a 3D model, but it's working in 2D. Okay, so how I have started this project? We started this Durango project using two things. Here you can see we start creating a point cloud, no? That was done by demo partners, this point cloud. And in this software, we are able to include this point cloud in the model, okay? We are not able to translate directly this point cloud for modeling, okay? But we are used to use it as a template in the floor plans to be sure that what we are drawing for the plans of the building of this renovation fits somehow the reality, okay? Okay, so here, this is the first implementation we did in the project, was to be able to include huge point clouds. These point clouds are really, really big, so we do a simplification here in the program to be able to run them, okay? And here you can see the point cloud, okay? Here is the representation in 2D of the point cloud. Okay, then the other thing we used was a 2D plan that was given to us by the owners of the building, Durango also. They provide us with a point cloud and they provide us with this 2D plan. And from those two elements, no, we try to create the most, how will I say it? The most fitted project, okay? All right, I'm gonna show the construction elements and I'm gonna show again the results. Okay, what we will be able to do here with the point cloud again, and just to be realistic about what actually point clouds can do right now, is you can use it as a template. You will not have a translator that gives the 3D model of the point clouds. This is a technology that is actually under construction right now, and not only by CYPE, but for a lot of other software companies, and is quite not perfected yet. So yet it's difficult to have this information, no? To scan the building and boom, have the BIM model. That should be one of the most interesting things of this technology. Okay. I'm gonna show you a little how to model, okay? Really quick, I'm gonna put 2 or 3 things because we have quite a lot of software to see. So I'm gonna do a new project. Example, empty job. I can put here another BIM model or a CAD model or a CAD DXF file, but I'm going to do now an empty job. I can add the floors. Okay, so it has 2 floors and the roof. Accept. Do you want to introduce drawing? Not now, but here, as you see, you can add also, for example, okay, let's add one just for you to show. So this is a CAD template that I have from one example that we usually do in the project. Or actually, I'm gonna add Durango example that I have it in here. Durango. No, it's not here. It's, sorry. Okay, for example, P3. Oh, okay, this is one that I will try. But here, as you see, we have one of the templates that I have used for this project. Okay, to activate the templates, you go here. I know I didn't want to activate this one. It was this one. That was the one from Durango. Okay, so from this sense, we can start with a CAD project in renovation. Sometimes you have these CAD projects. Sometimes you don't have any plan, or you have a plan in PDF. You can also add a PDF here if that's the case. Okay, so the idea is starting with this, and from here adding the point clouds. Okay, you can start modeling the building. I'm not gonna open the point cloud now because it lasts like 2 minutes to open, or 3 minutes to open the point cloud. But as I showed you before, you can put those two things. So I will start modeling in the tab architecture. And here you can see the different elements: walls, external, partition, basement, slabs, sloped roof, etc., openings, windows, doors. This will be available when you put a wall, columns, spaces also, okay? And I'm going to start modeling. I'm gonna create an external wall, okay? For example, external one, okay? From 30 is not a party wall. And it's really simple to start modeling. You have to be sure that you have snapped the DXF objects, okay? And now I can in a really simple way, start modeling my project from these WG files. Sorry that I'm gonna do just a quick introduction for you to see the envelope of this floor. Okay, so here we can see now that we have modeled the first envelope, and well, we can do so with the rest of the elements. We can do columns, for example. I don't know, these ones are little, but okay, we can put the columns. I think this modeler, even though it is quite simple, and if you have a really high-tech building, you are not gonna be able to model with it. I think for these buildings that are really regular, that are typical residential buildings, I think this one from the 80s or the 90s, I think it's easy to use this modeler, and it simplifies a lot of the work, okay? Let's see. Okay, we will have now this floor. We can, for example, go to the next floor, sorry. No, and see you have the template from the floor below. To continue modeling, you can copy around different buildings, etc. I'm gonna I don't know, I'm gonna continue showing how to sport, okay? And then going to open Foki facades. I'm going to open again the project that was finished, okay? I just wanted to tell you also here, when you download an IFC builder, you will have here this advertisement. We have also another 3D modeler that we released a couple months ago. This 3D modeler completely works in 3D, okay? is more similar to Revit or ArchiCAD or ArtPlan or other modelers. It's also more complicated, but it's also available for free. So if you want to try it, it will be really interesting for us. So now we have the floors. We can here visualize the different floors, etc. As you see here, we have drawn all the model. I'm gonna show you also, for example, how to put a window, just for curiosity. Here I have created all the types of window in the building, okay? And actually it's really easy. You click and you click and you will have this window. Here he's warning me that I have introduced the element and it's going outside the wall, okay? It's here, no, and it's going outside the wall. You can see the slab there. So also one thing that this program does is to warn you if the model is not correct for thermal calculations. For example, this floor slab has been introduced as an external floor slab. I should correct this and introduce it as an internal, okay? No, it's as an external. This ceiling, if you see here, okay? So when calculating, the modeler is gonna tell me if the project is okay for energy simulation or not, okay? I'm gonna delete this window. Oh, now it's giving me, this is because I have changed this type of floor slabs. Look, I have changed this floor slab to external. So now it's warning me that all these floor slabs are external, but actually are internal. Okay. And see, and now it's correct. Okay, so when finish modeling your building, you will have to export to our server, no? You will have to export to Beam Server Center. As I say, you can export quantities in BC3, and you can export your own templates or generate templates from the ones created here in the project, okay? Accept. I'm not gonna generate templates because I don't need to. And now the project is stored in Beam Server Center, but this is also stored in this folder, okay? CBIM projects. Here you will have all these IFC, GLTF, BC3, etc. inside your project. Inside this folder, sorry. Okay, so now I have the non-renovated building, no? Let's say, and let's say I want to apply the foggy facade, okay? What I have done here is I have imported, I'm gonna shut down the foggy panels, but I have imported the model of my building. Also, as you see, I have added other, I'm gonna put some transparency to the walls. Okay. Not also I have done the 3D modeling, but also I have had furniture with another application that we have in Beam Server. We have that the bathroom fittings also with another application that then has connections with plumbing calculation software, etc. Okay, that's for you to see. So what I came now here, no, after doing my BIM model of what is actually in the renovation site. What I want to add is the FOCI panels. This first edition is in somehow a preview of what you are going to obtain, okay? Because at the end, the final result is generated by FOCI, by the manufacturer. They help you to do a project, okay? They help you to fit the panels, to see how is the best way to transport, to install these panels, okay? This is somehow a preview to do thermal calculations. Let's see. Let's say, okay? So here, this is a really simple application. You have all the units that FOCI has for this plug and play facade, that are available for this plug and play facade. The opaque unit, you can put different width, heights, insulation thickness, and type of material that is the finish, okay? So first we have these solid panels. Then we have these panels that are physically the same, but those have technical systems inside those panels, okay? It's to indicate FOCI that these panels will have technical systems inside. We have also solar collectors, okay? Panels for solar collection. We also have photovoltaic panels. Later on, I'm sure Alessandro will explain really well all the type of panels and all the possibilities available for this plug and play facade. But just to show you, a little what is available and what you will be able to install in this renovation, okay? Then we have windows, fixed, double, okay, doors, and then we have corner modules, okay? Because at the end, as you know, for renovation, the corners are really important, and we need to fit this information. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna show you now how to a little bit use the software to do this pre-design phase, a really quick phase. I'm gonna delete some of these panels. If you use Alt 2, 3, 4, you can go to the different views. So I'm going to use, and you can rotate. So for example, I'm gonna put here, I know this facade has photovoltaic panels, or I think this facade could be the optimal for photovoltaic panels. And I'm gonna install these photovoltaic panels here. Here you can install it individually, as you saw before, okay? But we don't want to do that. Actually, we need the software to help us. So we are going to use these three buttons to install the panels in the module. We choose which type of unit we want, okay? And I'm using a photovoltaic unit, the width, the insulation thickness, the finishing, porcelain, okay? And what I'm going to do is just to select and the height of the panels, okay? This, what it will do is to build, look, why this one has not built, because this one was smaller than the photovoltaic panel, so it doesn't fit, okay? But it's okay. Okay, so here, this is the way we can install. I'm gonna do it again for you to see. I'm gonna go here and install a photovoltaic panel and click here and here, and then the height of the panel. There, okay, accept. I have clicked a little bit under, but it's okay. Okay, so this is the way I can install this panel. For example, here I want to use actually a corner panel, not this one. So the same process, an opaque unit, and I click here, 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 and the height, accept, and you have installed this corner panel, okay? The same if the corner is in the backwards, okay? And then also for, I'm gonna delete that one, okay? Also for the windows and doors, you click this one. For example, I want a door unit, accept. And what I'm going to do first is to tell the software where is the door, and then where I want to put the panel, and actually brings you the panel here. Okay, this is a really simple software, and the idea is to use it kind of quick to be able to see how a renovation with this system can fit in your building, and after that to calculate in CYPE term with the information exported the simulation of this building. I will show you later on these panels in CYPE term, and you will see CYPE term is quite an advanced program. It has Energy Plus. It's not that simple as this program, okay? But this one I think is really interesting because it gives you this first glance. Also, you could have here the PDF that is going to be exported with all the description of the panels, the different sizes and types, etc. Okay. Let's go now. When I'm finished, the idea is, okay, now I have finished the plug and play distribution, let's say, and I'm going to export again. Okay, this is the example, so I'm not connected here to Beam server. I will have to connect in this button, project selection, okay, and select my project here. Okay, so I could here select RenoZEB Durango. I'm not gonna do it because I have changed things here and I want to use the original file, okay? But then you will export the project again and it will be able to arrive to CYPE term, okay? So the idea is that first we are in IFC Builder. Sorry that I am being so insistent, but I think it's important that you know the workflow. First, I have built my model in IFC Builder. Then I have created this Foki facade system with OpenBeam RenoZEB Foki facades. These two softwares are completely free. So I think it's one good start option for those who has not yet enter in the BIM modeling. So you can enter for free, try it and see what's going on, and it gives you some important advances in your work. And then we will export again, and we will charge this same model, okay, in the CYPE term software, okay. This CYPE term software is quite a more complex software. As you know, thermal calculations are not as simple as displaying one facet. So for that, I'm going to remember you that we already have some courses from CYPE term from YouTube. If you want to learn how to use the software, these courses work quite well. They are 1.5 hour courses, and I'm not gonna be able here to go and explain detail by detail all the features of this program, but basically you have your BIM model, you have all the information that has traveled through the IFC format here, the external walls, the partition walls, the underground walls, the roofs, the doors, okay? As you see here also in the 3D model, you can see it displayed, the openings, no? You can go through the different openings of the building, okay? Also, the thermal zones of the building, no? Here you can see we have the different apartments. Also, this all is information that has been read from IFC Builder. Here I have not told one important thing. Sorry that I go backwards and forwards, is that one important thing, not only in IFC Builder, but for any person that wants to do a simulation, are the spaces or rooms, okay? This information that you are seeing in CYPE, actually, it has been created here, no? So you have here the different spaces or viviendas, the different homes, sorry, the different homes with each of the spaces that is dedicated to one of the homes. Here is where you can manage and say, okay, this is a bathroom, or this is a, I'm gonna delete this space, but basically, if you want to add, I have here created the different types of spaces, and you click in the space, that one, okay, and it automatically detects the space, and it's gonna give you that measurement, okay? So all this information that you have created here is then represented here, okay? For example, it's able not only to read the spaces, but to read the apartments, no? You have here inside apartment 1, the parts here, you can set the area, the volume, etc. Okay, creating these thermal zones, hot water systems also. To add, you can also add air conditioning systems here. Okay, it's a quite extended program that goes from all the different parts of the energy efficiency, from the description of the elements to hot water, air conditioning, and shadows. No, and from all that information, it deploys a simulation for this building. So here I have the solution with Foki facades. I'm gonna save. Wait, and I'm gonna show you a little bit what I have here, no? When I open the program, I don't have this image in the right, okay? Just in the case that I'm importing from Foki facade, I will have this first panel that is composed by the panel of Foki and the panel of insulation, but then you will have to add here the actual facade of your building, because we are not able to know what is installed actually in your building. So for example, with the Foki facade panels, what you will have will be only these 2 layers first, and then you will have to add all the current layers to the project. Okay. For those exterior walls, I have applied all around the building the Foki facade system. Actually, in the real demo, we are not applying it to the complete facade. I think we are applying to the front and the both sides, not in the back. Okay. And what you have here actually is a layer description of these walls. Foki plug and play panel, the thickness, the conductivity, the thermal resistance, insulated insulation, composite panel. Well, this is the layer description that you can see here, okay? But here you have all the information that can be change, can be updated, etc. What is interesting from this part, no, is that you will have accessible. This is, for example, part of the systems that we provide with the e-catalog. No, you will have accessible some systems to use for your renovation. No, anti system, interior lighting, RenoZEB plug and play facade, ventilated facade. Okay. Here you can charge it with the library. And also, just to inform you, no, we have quite other libraries. If you click here, okay, you will be able to display a lot of libraries. Some of them are from Spain, some of them are international. For example, these are cavity. Let's see, some of them are from France. Representative materials, for example, finishings, and no. And here you have quite a big library, not only the one that RenoZEB provides, but other projects that we have participated has provided to the program. Okay, so here you can you don't have to, you have something to start, no, your project. Okay. As you see here, you have all the information. You can change the thickness of the composite panel, I don't know, to see which will perform better or which, okay, and accept. So in this way, you will be filling all this, no, information in this exterior wall, for example, with this was the original wall. I can add some insulation. For example, I'm gonna go here to the ventilated facade, and I could add this system, okay? No, and like that we will be. Sorry, not here. You have, sorry, view that. You have to go inside the project and add this here, okay? Not outside. Here you create a new type of wall, okay? You have to go inside an existing wall. Okay, so the same for partition walls, the same for roofs. For example, we have also here some solutions for flat and sloped roofs, and the same for more libraries. You have here also all these libraries, not only the RenoZEB one, but more libraries. Glazing openings, okay, where you can put the opaque expansions, shading elements, well, all this information that is available. Also, you have here a small catalog coming from RenoZEB that can help you to improve this renovation, for example. Okay, so information will be charged automatically, and you can accept the panel. And well, also, as I say, you can add hot water systems. You can select, no, the apartments. And well, you here will have assistance adding all these water systems. So it can be more easy to add all this information that is needed for the simulation. Okay, ISO heat pump for water, the storage tanks also, okay. And same for air conditioning, as I show you. For example, let's go to expansion. You have generic air conditioning systems, but here in this program, you are going to find also systems that are actually from providers, so manufacturers, Toshiba, Daikin, Fujitsu, and you will be able not to install and to know how these systems perform with actual manufacturer elements. No, I think here one thing important in BIM is that we are creating this 3D model, and this 3D model has to be as real as possible, no? Because a lot of people talk also about digital twins, no? But it has to be as real as possible. And from CYPE, we think the realest thing we can do is to add catalog products to our software, okay? Not only here, but in the store that I showed you before, you can have catalogs from a lot of manufacturers. And we think this is the correct way to do it because they provide us directly this information, is connected to our database, and you will have the closest or the finest perform that this simulation engine can do when you have actually the data, the curves from the manufacturers. Okay, so also you can add air conditioning. Okay, and floor plans. Well, here you can see the floor plans of the building. Here, as you see, those are the thermal breaches. Okay, that the program is detecting. But what I'm going to go now is to the part of analysis. Let's wait a little because this has to think. Okay. So now I will have to analyze my project. Okay. It's really simple. You click here to analyze. You can simulate demand and consumption. You can export thermal breaches or not. You can put set point temperatures for your building, okay, for heating and cooling. And you can also, if you want, indicate a simulation period. If not, it's gonna be simulated 1 year around. Sorry, one important thing before simulation, sorry that I go backwards, and one important thing on this program is also the location data, okay? This location data is an EPW file. It's an Energy Plus weather data file, and Energy Plus is an international engine. Okay, so see if you put Energy Plus weather data, you will go here inside the Energy Plus web page, and you will be able to download, as you see, well, let's see the map, that one is nicer. But you can download energy weather data from a lot of places in the world. Okay, the closest one to your site in our case was this one in Bilbao. Okay, because the building is located in Bilbao. So one important thing for you to do is to download that is available also for free in the Energy Plus webpage. Okay. And let's go to analysis. Okay, and let's click on analyze energy demand and consumption. So this, what we will do is to process all the data, and as you see here, is sending all the data to Energy Plus simulation engine. This is the software. This software is free because this engine is an open source engine. So we are using an open source engine and giving it an interface. So here is going to be calculated for. I'm gonna wait a little bit because I think this one should not take that much time. Okay. As you see, is running periods. It's running period 1, so. Okay, sorry. if it takes too long, I will open one that is already analyzed. Larissa, until what time I have?
We have until 1:15, but it's good to have some time for questions. We have quite good questions in the chat box.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to the next software, and I'm sorry because it's a lot of things to explain, and I have quite a short time for each one. So after exporting this simulation that I'm gonna be running here to show you later, you can export this simulation, no, to the, let's say, to a program that will be able to compare both solutions. So I have exported the initial simulation, the initial situation, and I have the results here, the energy cost, the non-renewable primary energy, etc. Okay, in kilowatts per year. The energy losses also, yes, you see in the opaque elements, in the fenestration, in the ventilation, and energy contributions, okay? And then we have also or improvement measures, no? So here you can see also the same information. If you click here, it's gonna give you a PDF, no, of the energy balance, heating indicators, cooling indicators, etc. Okay, that is interesting to compare. For example, this was the renovation. This was the energy balance, no, and the renovation. After renovation, we have here a 49% of energy losses. Let's see the other one. And the initial one, we had almost a 56% of energy losses. Okay. In this sense, I want to show you the report from energy. It's still calculating because I want to show you a full report. This let's say is a simplified report. Here you can add budgets, add associated expenses with the renovation, etc., to have this complete overview. Okay, but this is more like an application now. Okay, thank you. And this is the results, no, for the simulation of the building. No, you will have heating energy at minimum temperatures, cooling energy. Well, you have. I don't want to go heating demand, for example. Here, I don't want to go too deep, but here you have a lot of quite information. In the case that you are using a software from a specific country, you will obtain also the certification. Okay, and well, you here will obtain also reports with all the zones described, all the heating and cooling consumption, different graphs. Sorry that I cannot go too deep right now, but well, you will obtain graphs by apartment, etc. Okay. Well, in improvements, we can compare them and obtain these small reports also. But also what you can do is to compare them inside RenoZEB platform, okay? So if you see here, we have these two buttons, RenoZEB project and export. Here we can do two things, okay? Maybe we are using CYPE system, so we are exporting and importing with being served, but we can also here import models from RenoZEB platform. So Ferreiro. Okay. So here, what I am doing is connecting to the RenoZEB platform. Here, I'm accessing to the different projects, as we saw before, Durango, Boru, Cubic. So if I enter one project, I can, let's go to this one. that is the one that has information. But I here can see the different alternatives and the resources attached to these alternatives, and I can load an IFC from the platform, and well, I do the simulation, and after that, also I can export this information to the platform. Okay, I have to log here also. Okay, I think I put well the password. Well, whatever. This is the idea. This software CYPE term is also connected with the platform, so you can see results pre and post renovation with the KPIs of the platform that are quite more developed than the ones in CYPE term improvements. In any case, you always have CYPE term improvements to do these comparisons. So just to finish, we have gone to IFC Builder, Foki Facades, CYPE term suite that has E+ and improvements. And to finalize, we are gonna finalize this project with Archimedes. Archimedes is not a free software in comparison with the other ones. This is a budget and site control software. It's quite developed. This software has more than 20 years, so this is a software that is extensively used by our clients. And what we can do here, and just being very brief because I know probably you have a lot of questions, what we can do if you are used to use budget software, no? What we have done here is through this BC3, we have received all the information from the measurements of the OPAC of the retrofitting facades, okay? And here we have estimated price square meter for the facade, okay? For the different types. And then also we have the architectural model. This information has come, all of it, from the architectural model that we created in IFC Builder. This information obviously has not a budget set because we don't know what is going to be renovated in the building. So you will be the ones, no, adding here the information of the different elements. And with this, you will be able to obtain the budget, a budget described by element. You have a ton of possibilities in the software. I'm sorry that I cannot go deep to explain it, but also you have in YouTube, you have Archimedes software tutorials, and it goes deep in explanation of how to import and export quantities. And this software has also a direct link with Revit. So you have a Revit plugin for Archimedes, so you can connect your 3D model from Revit to here directly also. So let's say it's quite interesting, but I will not have the time. Also, I want to show you, for example, another important thing that we made, that was the possibility of creating Gantt charts with the construction materials of the project. This is an automatic Gantt chart that is generated, but as you see, you have all the elements here, and you can, well, edit, add, extend, move, do different things and export it to the platform. Okay. Finally, just to finish, I wanted to say that we have added this QR code implementation that is not only available here, but also from our BIM Server Center mobile application. And what you will be able to do with this QR code, is not only to locate your building, but also to access all the files available in your building, plans, PDFs, 3D models, etc. Okay. Also, we have implemented other things to share it through Facebook or to put it inside your web page as an embedded with the 3D view. And well, I think Larissa, it's time for the questions, because if not,
okay,
I'm not gonna answer anything.
Okay,
I think I have talked a lot.
let's see if we can go through them now. So the first question is from Camilo Pais. He's asking about the use of GBXLM format, if it was considered the use of this format.
Yeah, I think those I think he refers to the GIS format. I'm quite sure about that. Actually, in this software, we have not implemented any XML software. We are not working, not in the IFC builder. Here, you can export XML. You can export the results in different ways. Okay.
Sorry, do you want to share your screen?
Ah, okay. Well, because, it's not. It's just to say in CYPE term, you can export information in different formats.
Ah, okay. No need
I think he's referring to the CTXML or GBXML, that I know is a format for.
Camilo,
so,
would you like to clarify?
And I would like, no, I think I will prefer to answer more questions, because I'm sure.
Okay,
so I just mentioned quickly, it's the green building XML that is used in another BIM energy analysis tool. But it's good to use only AFC.
When you export an improvement measure, okay, that I had not the time to show you how to export the improvement measure, but when you export it and it arrives to CYPE term improvements, this file actually is an XML. GB is XML, okay? But we have also other files, for example, the Energy Plus files. The original ones are also stored in the project, because a lot of people ask for those files also. Mainly the information also, when you export from CYPE term, is going to travel also in JSON file. We have quite a lot of files, because as you know, now the industry doesn't has, well, it has a lot, more than one standard, let's say.
Okay, so moving on, we have a question from Selma Harrington. So she's asking if you could explain what is a point cloud, if you could explain a little bit about point cloud.
Well, maybe if I can have the presentation, so I talk and I show something better.
The presentation, yes, we have it. Can you control it?
Se envía una solicitud. No. Okay, whatever. Point clouds. Oh yes, go back there, for example. Point clouds are actually photos, laser photos of your building. What do you need is a laser scan, no? Right now there's a lot of companies doing this job. Even though it's quite new, it's not such expensive quantity of money that you have to spend. I'm not sure, but I remember this scanning was around 3,000 or 4,000, 3,000 euros. It's not cheap yet, but it's I think it's quite interesting scanning. And what it does, do you have a laser scan? The laser scan is located in different parts of the building. It throws lasers to the building and gives points when the laser goes back. Okay, so then you can display this information in a computer. Okay, The point clouds, I think, is a really interesting technology. I think yet is not developed in its fully potential, let's say, no, because the interesting thing, as I was saying later, will be that from these point clouds, you will be able not to boom, immediately obtain the 3D model. That there's some plugins that are trying to do that, but at least for me, this technology is quite yet in process. Not the laser scanning, but the transformation the laser scanning into BIM models.
Yeah, to complement this, the laser scanning gives you like a huge collection on points and even colors, but you have to treat the information and manually create the model. The automatic recognition of patterns or shapes, or okay, this is a wall and so on, it's still is like a research thing that well, things are evolving, but it's still all that recognition of automatic recognition of objects is still in a very low evolution. So yeah, we will have to wait some years, I think. Yeah, but of course, it is a very interesting thing.
Okay, so apparently, yeah, the point cloud question was very well appreciated. We have a little bit more questions on it. So I think Selma Harrington and Judith Kipian, they have more or less the same question about it. So Judith is asking, could you show again how you convert the point clouds into BIM elements, please? And then Selma, it's saying, in other words, any survey data can be imported into IFC via the point cloud, right?
It's not that it can be imported in IFC. The point cloud is not in IFC. The point cloud is in point cloud formats that is BX. I don't remember right now, but there's quite a lot also standards for point clouds. What we do is to import this format into our software, but then we don't export this point cloud to IFC, okay? Because IFC is a format that is a library for elements. In the IFC, you will have a wall that has this perimeter, this height, and this thickness, etc. Okay? But point clouds are not included somehow. That's what we were telling before. One important thing that the software industry and researchers are doing right now, no, is how to translate this point cloud, IFBX format point cloud into a model of IFC or Revit model, whatever. This is still, no, as Asher said, a research situation, let's say.
Okay. Yeah, what you do right now is more or less the same as with pictures. So you use as a reference and you draw your BIM model on top of the point cloud. So basically.
For example, give you an example, when I had the plans of Durango, okay, the windows were drawn in the plans clearly not in the correct place. So as I had the points, I could move the windows, no, but not in the correct place, maybe for 40 or half a meter. Okay, in some places. So I had the point clouds to see where these mullions and where these windows were starting, so I can fit up the double G plan to the reality, no? Somehow. This is the way we are doing it now. In the future, we hope that you click a button and then you have the building.
Yes, so perhaps this your answer now connects to the question of Eva Holdeheid. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name right, but she's asking, how do you deal with difference between the point cloud and your model? How you manage these differences?
As I say, what I did is that I used the floor plan that the building owners already had, but I overpose the point cloud. I don't know if at the beginning you see, no, that the point cloud in IFC Builder is drawn with points actually in the floor plan as a reference. So what I have done is, okay, putting this plan and this point cloud together, I'm gonna draw the building now, okay? And I'm gonna see, for example, if the window that is drawn in the plan fits the window that is the point cloud indicating. It's not automatically, you have to recognize that visually, okay? But
Okay,
at some point you have at least this way to compare reality with what is drawn in the plans.
okay. I think now I will move to another question that I can link different questions into the same question. So Mans is asking, how do you handle detailing? Some buildings require more focus on detail. Is it possible to calculate thermal bridges? And this question is connected with Judith Kipian question as well about where do you put the tightness barrier and how does the software highlight its position? And do you differentiate between thermal breathable and non-vapor permeable buildups? So it's a lot of questions.
Yeah, it's a lot of questions. What I want to say to everybody here is, yes, we do thermal bridges. Sorry that I didn't show that part, okay? But in between this external internal wall, also there is a section at the end that I didn't show, sorry, of thermal bridges, okay? We calculate thermal bridges. We also have let's say an application inside CYPE term that allows you to auto-generate thermal bridges, so you don't have to go one by one indicating the type of thermal bridges that it is, okay? So just wanted to say that CYPE term is a quite developed software. It has a tons of options that I have not been able to show it, and I will encourage you to take the chance to take a look at it as it's free and see if it fits your requirements, because I'm sure it does. Here in Spain, for example, is one of the certified software, and more than 10,000 people is using the software right now. So I think giving a look at the software, you will realize that it has a lot of options to do this simulation.
Okay, I have a final question from Margherita Finamore, but I guess this is going to be answered by the next presentation. So how do you fix the panels on the external insulation?
Yeah, I think that Alessandro will explain better.
Yes, okay, so I guess we are, yeah, we are 5 minutes late. But I guess this is okay. So now we will move on to the lunch break, 1 hour and a half, and I hope to see you all at 2:45 for the final presentation on POCI facade. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.